Hey everyone, it's Nikki, and for the past month and a half, I've been away at college. About 4 months ago, I started learning how to dive, hoping that I'd be able to join my college's diving team. Before diving, I did trampoline for about 3 years in aggregate. And when I did trampoline, I competed at the intermediate level for USTA and AAU meets, which is about USAG level 5 or 6. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to transition from gymnastics to diving. First of all, if you have any experience with any form of gymnastics or tumbling, like acro, gymnastics, trampoline, cheerleading, or even dance, you'll be leagues ahead of other people who are learning how to dive. And you'll have a lot of important experience in areas such as spatial awareness in the air that are important for diving. However, there are a few critical differences between land-based acrobatic sports and diving. Number 1, going in head first. This is the big one. A lot of gymnasts are scared to land on anything but their feet. Trampolinists may be used to landing on their back, seat, or stomach, but still, landing head first is pretty scary. However, at least on the lower diving boards, you get used to it pretty quickly. Number 2, reverses and inwards. I know in trampoline you're supposed to stay in the middle of the bed and hardly travel at all. And in other types of gymnastics, while travel is permissible, if you're not trying to launch yourself across the floor. Diving, however, you obviously want to travel off of the diving board into the pool, and you need to do that with forward or backward momentum. So you have forward dives and back dives, as you would assume, but you also have inward and reverse dives. An inward dive is a back entry dive facing the board with forward momentum, similar to a loser in gymnastics. On the other hand, a reverse dive is a front entry dive facing the water with backward momentum, like a gainer. In gymnastics, gainers and losers are mostly prohibited, so you'll have to get used to moving your body in ways you're not used to. Number 3, blind versus spotted landings. In gymnastics, most people like doing backflips more than front flips because you have the ability to spot your landing, or see the ground before you're about to land. Meanwhile, in front flips without twist, you have what's called a blind landing, where you're kind of just staring at the ceiling and hoping for the best. Dives, at least head first ones, it's the opposite. You can spot your landing on forward and inward dives, but you basically have a blind landing on back and reverse dives. This isn't really a technique-based thing, it's just something mentally that you have to get in your head when you're doing back dives and expecting you're going to be able to see where you land. Number 4, twisting. This is probably one of the biggest differences in technique between gymnastics and diving. In tumbling, when you twist, you typically wrap by pulling your arms into your chest. Whereas in diving, you start out in a T and put one arm behind your head and the other across your chest to initiate twist. This can be very difficult for people who are used to twisting one way to learn. However, if your coach is lenient, he will likely let you keep twisting the way you did in gymnastics, particularly if you can do 2, 2.5, or triple twists. Number 5, hurdles. I still don't have this one down. Hurdles are the most important aspect of front entry dives, so forward and reverse. In gymnastics, there are running hurdles and there are power hurdles that typically go into a round off or a punch front. However, in diving, your hurdle is the entire series of steps that leads up to you getting off the diving board, including the last hop that we typically call a hurdle in gymnastics. There are 2 types of hurdles: the normal step hurdle that's been used for decades and is still mostly used by men, and a hop hurdle, which is primarily used by women. I'll link videos describing each type of hurdle in the description so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. All that said, once you get past these hurdles, get it, I'm sure you're going to have a great time learning how to dive. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!